Hello, my lovely people. This is Ifechi family. I am here with my husband. He is busy driving. We are on a weekend away. We are going to a conference. It's called OFNC, Overseas Fellowship of Nigerian Christians. We are going to Birmingham for this conference because it's bank holiday weekend here in the UK. So this is Friday on the sunshine. I hope this is Friday evening. So we are on the motorway going to Birmingham. I think we are heading to M1 and then I think down M6 before we get into Birmingham. I'm just trying to get a better view. You know, I've been doing this series on wisdom, and I know that over the years that I've grown in wisdom, how I was when we got married many years ago. But just like was quite young as well, you know, early 20s and stuff like that. So if I'm not wise by now, then there must be something wrong with me. Sorry, this video is all it's all moving because of the road. So pardon the movement of this video. For me, I've noticed that over the years, although in our marriage, because of the 7 years age difference, I've always looked up to my husband as a big brother, and he has taken me. Sometimes when I do some things, he will look at me and he'll be like, anyway. So but over the years I've learned a lot. Before I can be quite abrupt. I'm still like that sometimes to some extent, but in a different way. I'll tell people how I feel in love. I'll tell people how I feel. I don't like bottling things up, and once I tell you how I feel, it will go off my chest. I won't even remember it much again. And I would love people to do the same to me, whether you're younger or older. If you think that I've done something to you that you don't like, I would love people to tell me, because that's the way I function. I function better that way when people tell me how they think or what they think. When people are just always bottling things up, they are not happy, a little mistake, they will take it too far and they start bearing grudges and all the rest of it. To me, it's a sign of immaturity, and immaturity does not mean that the person is young. He can be old but still immature. But over the years, I've noticed some improvement in the way I handle things. Things are different now. Something happened to me when I gave my life to Jesus. Things are different now. Something happened to me when I gave my life to Jesus. What I do before, I don't do them now. What I said before, I don't say them now. Things are different now. Something happened to me when I gave my life to Jesus. Let me ask him a question and let him talk before I don't want this video to be too long. Just a chit chat as we drive. When we get to the venue in OFNC in Birmingham, we're going to Birmingham NEC. For those of you who are in the UK, Birmingham NEC, that's the Hilton Hotel. That's where we're going to be from this Friday until Monday afternoon. So I'm going to record some of the things that will be happening there. So watch out for some of these on my video. But for now, let my husband talk briefly. I want you to let my people know over the years, have you noticed any improvement in have I become wiser than I was when we got married? And what are the things, because some people ask that question all the time, What are the things? How are you maintaining your marriage? I know we have talked about this in some of our marriage, when we do our marriage anniversary. Yes, December, it normally comes up in December. I think we've done it for 2 years now. We have done it for 2 years now, where we share some ideas about how things have been and how we have been managing our lives over the years when the children were growing up. Now that it's just 2 of us at home, you know, we have done things like that. But today I just want a very, I know you're driving, I don't want you to lose any concentration, so just briefly to talk to us, just generally, just say a word or two to us about marriage, about growing in wisdom.
Okay, hello everyone. Wisdom, just talking about wisdom. There are 2 types of wisdom. One is one that comes with experience and age, and the other comes from the Lord himself. But I think the wisdom you've been talking about is the one that comes from the Lord.
Yeah.
And that is the main wisdom, the real wisdom. That one you have to ask of the Lord. One thing I would say is that within marriage, for instance, in our own marriage, it is important that we recognize when there is a growth in our lives in terms of how we handle issues. And if we still handle issues the way we are handling them as children or young people in marriage, then it means that we have not grown in wisdom. But it's also important that we ask God for wisdom in dealing with issues. I think that a lot of times we take things for granted. We need to ask God, let me have wisdom to deal with my wife or deal with my husband. And so it's very important that we do that. Otherwise, we end up doing things on our own. And it is really difficult. We have to go to the author of marriage, author of relationships, to ask for help to deal with issues. And the wisdom comes from God. And in terms of my wife, she's grown in wisdom over the years. But I'll put in those 2 terms, which is growing wisdom because of her growing in age and maturity, and the other is because she has asked God for wisdom. And the other thing I want to say is that when you are in marriage, each other, the Bible says iron sharpens iron. And it's very important that people realize and understand that in growing in wisdom or understanding this wisdom is not one-sided. It has to be something that 2 people have to agree on. That's how I want to anchor this, because it's important that we know that wisdom comes from God, the real wisdom.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, Mike, for that short addition to what I just said. I really appreciate that. Thank you, my lovely people. I'm sure you have heard what my husband contributed to what we are talking about, wisdom. We are going to continue our journey. As I say, more videos will come out of this conference. Look at the road. Traffic is building up. Mike, where are we at the moment? Are we in M1 still?
We are not
M1 yet. We haven't even entered M1. We're still in M25.
Yeah, we're still in M25.
Wow, we're still in M25, and look at the traffic is building up. We're still going to go into M6 and then to Birmingham. So I'm going to stop the video here so it's not too long. We'll continue with our journey when we get to Birmingham NAC for the OFNC conference. I will record more videos and share with you all what we have been up to this weekend. Some of the things anyway we have been up to this weekend. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.